What's going on, everyone? Today is a lovely Friday afternoon in the Chicagoland suburbs, and I want to talk to you a little bit about my new channel. So many years ago, going back to just about 20 years, I was single. I had never had a sexual partner yet, and I was looking. Alright, I was finding books in the library that were supposed to teach men how to succeed with women. I was going everywhere. I was trying to figure out what can I do to do better with the opposite sex. Now, by all means, a lot of people have always told me, oh, well, you're a good-looking guy, you're in good shape, you know, do you really need help? And the funny thing was, a lot of girls did have crushes on me. A lot of guys thought, oh, you know, good looking, you're popular, people like you. But I grew up actually as a child to a single mom. And when you grow up in this kind of a fashion, you get a lot of the be nice to girls. Okay, be nice to girls is going to be the thing. You're probably laughing because you've been told the same thing yourself. And it's true. You'll hear, oh, just be nice to girls. Just be nice to them. And I was nice. I was very nice. And it just never got me where I wanted to go. So, lo and behold, I bought a Rolling Stone in early 1998 while I was still in high school. And it was about a guy by the name of Ross Jeffries. It was about how this guy had a seduction formula that worked for any man who could help them get the women that they want. So I got a couple of the materials. It's kind of foreign to me at first, but I figured, whatever, you know, hey, it's got to be better than what I'm doing right now, right? I took it out there. And I saw some differences. I definitely saw some differences. I had met the first couple girls that I would actually successfully, quote-unquote, score with. And I felt like I was really going in the right direction. And then I graduated high school. And now I'm an adult. And now so many things that applied when you're in high school didn't apply anymore. So here I am, getting better with my skills, and I was turning 21. I was getting ready, a year or so goes by, getting ready to turn 21, and I had a lot of stuff going on in my life at the time, and things kind of fell off by the wayside. From here, I got a couple other courses, and I did the best thing that I ever did. What was that? Well, the best thing I ever did, I'd say, in my early life. I decided to start taking action. I turned 21. I decided to start taking action. I started going out to the nightclubs and the bars in the Chicagoland suburbs, and there were women everywhere. All right, they weren't where I was playing video games with my friends and coworkers. They were out and about. So I got myself out there, and I started meeting people. And as I'm meeting more people, I started implementing the strategies that I was learning. And as I did that, I created a persona for a guy that was essentially VIP everywhere he went, which is why I went by the forum handle VIP in a lot of my groups, because I worked in the restaurant industry, and what a lot of people don't know is if you're in the restaurant industry, you can often get into places for free because you're an industry employee. So I use this to my advantage, and also in the restaurant industry, you have the ability to work with quite a few people of the opposite sex who are usually attractive. I use this on my behalf too. So these guys, people would see me walking into a bar with women who were good looking, and now all of a sudden I get that, who's that guy? And from there I mastered little things. I mastered small talk with the guys, guy talk. I mastered how to talk with girls little by little. It got better and better as to where I got more comfortable going into groups and talking to them. I got my mindset right. I did a lot of different things with that. And we're going to discuss all this more and more as I continue to put out more videos. And I tried everything. And not as much I tried everything, I did everything. I think a lot of people will say, I tried this and it didn't work. Or I did this. But if you say you did this and it didn't work, if you're doing it, you're making effort to see how you can get this to work in your daily life. And, I wasn't one of these guys who just followed one person's theory and strategy. I was a guy who took from a lot of the best guys, and I put my own spin on it to make things work even better, to where it was me. Because the big thing, I think, in this industry is so many people, they want to find your canned routines. They want to see what you say to women, what you say to members of the opposite sex, and what you say and how does it work. Where do you throw this in? You say this when you're approaching them. You say this when you go to sit them down. You say this when you want to try to close. And it's never as much that as it's taking these behaviors, these routines, and practicing them and using them to the point where it's just something that you're doing. It's just something that you're doing. You do it very well, and you're going to continue doing it till you see the results that you want. So I kept this up till about 2007. At the end of 2007, that was when I met my wife. Well, she was my girlfriend then. And I had never been happier. Never been happier. And all that said, I was always the go-to guy who would advise, whether it was the bartender in me or whether it was just my usual nature. I was somebody who was always asked for advice on how to go about situations with women. So, after years doing this, I've decided to throw my hat back into things now. I'm not a quote-unquote guy who's going to be recording videos of myself meeting women, but what I am going to do is give you real-world tips, real-world advice, the things that have worked for me, the things that have worked for my students, the things that have worked for people who purchased books that I've produced. I have put out books before in the past. No longer in production, but I have a few things I'm kind of working on right now that I do want to get out there. So, that's it in a nutshell. I'm now a married father, but at the same time, I know the game through and through. I've lived it, I've been it, and now I'm here to help you. Help you get to where you want to be. So, hope this was helpful. I'm going to be putting out a lot of videos with content, answering questions, doing reviews for the different products that are out there. And I will talk to you very soon. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye.